Welcome to Speaking History. Donald Trump, recently elected as the 47th President of the United States, continues to be one of the most controversial figures in American history. Known for his fiery rhetoric and divisive statements, Trump has managed to stay at the center of media attention throughout his career. But today, we're diving into a lesser-known yet deeply intriguing aspect of his life: his alleged involvement in over 20 sexual misconduct scandals. While none of these allegations have been legally proven, the sheer number of them raises questions about his conduct and leaves a cloud over his legacy. In this video, we'll focus on 11 of these alleged scandals, shedding light on the claims and what happened afterward. And don't worry, we'll be covering the remaining scandals in Part 2, coming up in our next video. Despite the widespread allegations, the American electorate still chose to elect Trump as their president, cementing his place as the undisputed king of scandals. Let's dive in and explore these allegations further. Stormy Daniels Scandal, the alleged affair that rocked U.S. politics. In 2006, Donald Trump, then a prominent real estate mogul and reality TV star, allegedly had an affair with adult film actress Stephanie Clifford, famously known as Stormy Daniels. According to Daniels, the encounter occurred shortly after Trump's wife, Melania, had given birth to their son, Barron. This alleged relationship might have faded into obscurity had it not resurfaced during Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, creating a media firestorm. The scandal took a dramatic turn in 2018 when it was revealed that Trump's then lawyer, Michael Cohen, had paid Daniels $130,000 in hush money just weeks before the 2016 election. This payment raised serious legal and ethical questions, sparking accusations that it was an attempt to influence the election by suppressing damaging information. Trump initially denied any knowledge of the payment, but later admitted that he reimbursed Cohen. Daniels filed lawsuits against Trump, alleging defamation after he publicly dismissed her claims as a con job. These legal battles drew even more attention to the case, fueling debates about Trump's conduct and integrity. In 2023, the Stormy Daniels saga culminated in Trump becoming the first former U.S. president to face criminal charges related to the hush money payment. The indictment, which included allegations of falsifying business records to conceal the payment, marked a significant moment in U.S. legal and political history. Trump has continued to deny any wrongdoing, dismissing the case as a politically motivated attack. Meanwhile, Daniels has maintained her claims, stating that she feels vindicated by the legal developments. This scandal remains a pivotal chapter in Trump's controversial legacy, symbolizing the entanglement of personal indiscretions and political consequences. Ivana Trump Scandal. Allegations amid a tumultuous divorce. Ivana Trump, Donald Trump's first wife and mother to 3 of his children, played a significant role in building the Trump brand during their marriage. However, their highly publicized divorce in 1990 brought troubling allegations to light. Among them was an accusation of sexual assault, which Ivana detailed in a deposition during their divorce proceedings. She later clarified that she did not mean the term in a criminal sense and stated that the incident was born out of anger and frustration during their tumultuous relationship. The divorce itself became tabloid fodder, revealing alleged infidelities, including Trump's relationship with actress Marla Maples, who would later become his second wife. The court battle over assets and custody turned into one of the most sensationalized celebrity divorces of the decade, with the media dissecting every detail of the breakup. Despite the controversies of their split, Ivana and Donald Trump appeared to reconcile on amicable terms in later years. Ivana often spoke warmly of her ex-husband, even supporting his presidential campaign, and referred to herself as the first Trump wife. Her passing in July 2022 brought an outpouring of tributes, including from Trump himself, who called her a beautiful and amazing woman. The allegations from their divorce proceedings have largely faded from public discourse, but remain a part of Trump's personal history. This scandal underscores the complexities of Trump's personal life and the intense media scrutiny that has followed him for decades. Kristin Anderson Scandal, allegations of unwanted advances. In 2016, Kristin Anderson, a former aspiring model, came forward with allegations against Donald Trump, describing an incident from the early 1990s that left her feeling shocked and violated. According to Anderson, she was sitting with friends at a nightclub in Manhattan when Trump allegedly slid his hand under her skirt without her consent. She stated that the encounter lasted only a few seconds before she moved away, but it left a lasting impression due to its brazen nature. Anderson admitted she never reported the incident at the time, attributing it to the prevailing culture where such behavior was often dismissed. Her decision to speak out decades later was inspired by the wave of allegations against Trump during his 2016 presidential campaign, as well as the infamous release of the Access Hollywood tape, where Trump was recorded making lewd remarks about women. Trump and his legal team vehemently denied Anderson's claims, categorizing them as politically motivated and part of a broader effort to tarnish his reputation during the election. As of now, Kristin Anderson's allegations remain unresolved in a legal sense, with no formal charges filed. Trump continues to deny any misconduct, and the incident has largely faded from public discourse, overshadowed by other scandals during his presidency and beyond. Anderson, like many other accusers, has maintained her story but avoided prolonged public attention. This case is one of several allegations against Trump that highlight recurring accusations of inappropriate behavior, adding to the complex and controversial narrative surrounding his personal and public life. Jill Harth Scandal, allegations of groping and sexual misconduct. Jill Harth, a makeup artist and former business associate of Donald Trump, accused him of sexual misconduct in a series of allegations dating back to the early 1990s. Harth claimed that during a business meeting at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in 1993, Trump groped her under the table without her consent. She further alleged that Trump later cornered her in one of the estate's bedrooms, forcibly kissed her, and attempted to initiate further sexual advances. Harth and her then-partner were negotiating a business deal with Trump at the time, and she stated that she felt compelled to remain silent out of fear of jeopardizing the deal. In 1997, Harth filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against Trump, but later withdrew it as part of a settlement in an unrelated business lawsuit. During Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, Harth's allegations resurfaced, drawing significant media attention. Trump categorically denied her claims, calling them ridiculous, and asserting that Harth's lawsuit was an attempt to damage his reputation. Jill Harth has maintained her allegations, despite Trump's repeated denials. She has openly criticized his public statements, including his characterization of women in the infamous Access Hollywood tape. However, her accusations have not resulted in any legal action beyond the withdrawn lawsuit. Harth has since moved on with her life but continues to speak out about the incident, emphasizing the importance of holding powerful men accountable. This scandal remains one of the numerous accusations in the broader conversation about Trump's behavior toward women, further fueling debates about the intersection of power, privilege, and accountability. Lisa Boyne Scandal, allegations of objectification at a dinner party. Lisa Boyne, a health food entrepreneur, came forward in 2016 with allegations of inappropriate behavior by Donald Trump during a dinner party in the 1990s. Boyne claimed that she attended the event at a Manhattan restaurant hosted by Trump and modeling agent John Casablancas. According to Boyne, several models were present, and the atmosphere quickly became uncomfortable due to Trump's behavior. Boyne alleged that Trump instructed the models to walk across the table, where he made lewd comments about their underwear and bodies, objectifying them openly. She described the incident as humiliating for the women involved, adding that she felt trapped and unable to leave due to the dynamics of the gathering. Trump's legal team denied Boyne's accusations, dismissing them as baseless and politically motivated, as the claims surfaced during his 2016 presidential campaign. Trump himself did not address this specific incident in detail, but broadly refuted allegations of misconduct from multiple women during this period. Lisa Boyne's allegations have not resulted in any formal investigation or legal action. Her claims, like others, were part of a wave of accusations that surfaced during the 2016 election cycle but have since receded from public attention. Boyne has largely avoided further media involvement, standing by her story but not pursuing additional action against Trump. This incident, while less publicized than others, adds to the broader narrative of allegations against Trump, raising questions about his behavior in social and professional settings involving women. Mariah Billado Scandal. Allegations of unwanted advances at a beauty pageant. Mariah Billado, a former beauty queen, accused Donald Trump of making inappropriate advances toward her when she was a teenager in 1997. Billado was participating in the Miss Teen USA pageant, an event Trump owned at the time, and she claimed that Trump entered the dressing room where contestants, some as young as 15, were preparing for the competition. According to Billado, Trump, who was in the habit of visiting the dressing rooms, made her and the other contestants uncomfortable by making lewd comments about their appearance and openly ogling them. Billado's account gained attention during the 2016 presidential campaign when she publicly stated that Trump's behavior was not just inappropriate, but also predatory. She described how Trump would frequently enter the dressing room while contestants were undressed, making them feel vulnerable and uncomfortable. Billado's allegations were part of a broader pattern of accusations against Trump regarding his behavior with young women. Trump denied all allegations of misconduct, including Billado's. His campaign spokesperson dismissed the claims as politically motivated and part of a concerted effort to undermine his candidacy. As of now, Mariah Billado's allegations have not led to any formal investigation or legal consequences. Billado has stood by her story but has not pursued further legal action. Trump has continued to deny the accusations, and the scandal did not result in major legal ramifications for him. However, the allegations remain part of the wider conversation about Trump's treatment of women, especially in the context of his public persona and past behaviors. Billado's story is one of several allegations from women who claim they were subjected to unwanted advances or inappropriate behavior, contributing to the ongoing debate about power, consent, and accountability in high-profile circles. Cathy Heller Scandal. Allegations of sexual assault and a lawsuit. Cathy Heller, a former contestant on The Apprentice, accused Donald Trump of sexual assault in 2005, shortly after she appeared on the reality TV show. Heller claimed that during a meeting with Trump at his office in Trump Tower, he kissed her on the lips without her consent, despite her clear discomfort. According to Heller, Trump made no attempt to hide his advances, and the encounter left her feeling disoriented and violated. Heller, who had previously been involved in a professional capacity with Trump, came forward with her allegations in 2016 after other women made similar accusations. She filed a lawsuit against Trump, alleging that he had assaulted her in addition to defaming her after she went public with her story. Trump's legal team denied the allegations, with his spokesperson stating that Heller's claims were false and part of an orchestrated attack to undermine his presidential bid. The legal battle between Cathy Heller and Donald Trump was eventually dismissed in 2016 due to a lack of sufficient evidence. Heller, however, has continued to stand by her story, expressing frustration that her allegations, like many others, were dismissed by the public and media. She has maintained that Trump's actions were an abuse of power and have left a lasting impact on her. While the lawsuit was dismissed and no legal action was taken against Trump, Heller's story remains part of the broader narrative surrounding the numerous sexual misconduct allegations that followed Trump throughout his campaign and presidency. Though the case has not resulted in any formal legal consequences, it continues to be referenced in discussions about Trump's treatment of women and the power dynamics at play in his interactions. Karen Johnson Scandal, allegations of sexual misconduct and an affair. Karen Johnson, a former beauty queen and contestant in the Miss USA pageant, accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct in 1991. Johnson claimed that Trump pursued her romantically after meeting her at an event, and that he made inappropriate advances toward her. She alleged that during their interactions, Trump tried to kiss her on multiple occasions without her consent. Johnson also stated that she was uncomfortable with Trump's behavior and described him as persistent and disrespectful of her boundaries. In addition to these accusations, Johnson later spoke about an alleged affair with Trump, which she claimed occurred after the initial incident. She described the affair as brief and said it involved consensual encounters, but she stressed that the relationship was marked by manipulation and the power imbalance that Trump maintained. Trump's legal team denied the allegations, with spokespeople asserting that there was no truth to the claims and that they were likely fabricated to harm his reputation, particularly in the lead-up to the 2016 presidential election. Trump himself has publicly denied these accusations, as he has with many others. Karen Johnson's allegations have not resulted in any formal legal action or investigation, and her story was largely overshadowed by the larger volume of accusations against Trump during his political rise. However, she has maintained her account, and it remains part of the broader collection of allegations of inappropriate behavior that Trump faced throughout his life and career. Though the allegations were not pursued through legal channels, Johnson's claims add to the narrative surrounding Trump's behavior with women, especially in the context of his public persona and treatment of beauty pageant contestants and women in general. Mindy McGillivray Scandal, allegations of groping at a charity event. Mindy McGillivray, a former photographer, accused Donald Trump of groping her during a 2003 charity event at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida. McGillivray claimed that while she was attending the event with a friend, Trump approached her, and without her consent, reached up under her skirt and grabbed her buttocks. She alleged that the incident was brief, but left her feeling violated and uncomfortable. McGillivray did not immediately come forward with her allegations, but chose to speak out publicly in 2016, following the release of the infamous Access Hollywood tape, in which Trump made lewd comments about women. McGillivray said that the tape reminded her of her own experience with Trump and motivated her to share her story. Trump has consistently denied all allegations of sexual misconduct, including McGillivray's claims. His legal team called her accusations false, and Trump himself dismissed them, suggesting that she was either mistaken or lying. Mindy McGillivray's allegations have not resulted in any formal legal action against Trump. While the story gained media attention when she first went public, it has not led to any significant legal consequences for the former president. McGillivray, however, continues to stand by her allegations, asserting that what happened to her was part of a broader pattern of behavior by Trump, especially towards women at events and in professional settings. As of now, McGillivray's story remains part of the extensive series of allegations against Trump, but it has not led to any criminal charges or formal investigations. Despite this, it adds to the growing list of women who have accused Trump of sexual misconduct over the years, further complicating the public's understanding of his personal conduct. Rachel Crooks Scandal, allegations of sexual assault on a Trump Tower elevator. Rachel Crooks, a former receptionist at Trump Tower, accused Donald Trump of sexual assault in 2005. Crooks claimed that when she was 22 years old, she met Trump in an elevator at Trump Tower, where he forcibly kissed her on the lips without her consent. According to Crooks, she was taken aback by the encounter and felt humiliated and violated. She described how Trump, who had been friendly and conversational before the incident, suddenly leaned in and kissed her, an action she did not welcome. Crooks did not immediately come forward with the allegation but, like many other women, chose to speak out during the 2016 election cycle after the release of the Access Hollywood tape. This tape featured Trump making lewd comments about women, and it prompted many women to publicly share their stories of alleged misconduct. Crooks was one of several women who accused Trump of sexual misconduct, and her allegation received widespread media attention. Trump denied Crooks's claim, along with many other similar accusations. His spokesperson at the time called her accusation totally false and suggested that Crooks was part of a coordinated effort to discredit him during the campaign. Trump also dismissed Crooks's claims as an attempt to tarnish his reputation. Rachel Crooks has not pursued legal action against Trump, and her allegations have not resulted in any formal investigation or criminal charges. However, Crooks has continued to speak publicly about her experience, becoming one of the many women who used their stories to call attention to the broader issue of sexual harassment and assault in the workplace. In 2018, Crooks became an outspoken advocate for women's rights and ran for public office in Ohio. She campaigned on a platform of fighting for justice and equality, partially motivated by her desire to hold powerful figures like Trump accountable for their actions. While Crooks's allegations have not led to any legal consequences for Trump, they remain part of the larger narrative of accusations against him, which have continued to influence his public image and the ongoing discussions around his conduct with women. Jessica Leeds Scandal. Allegations of groping on a flight. Jessica Leeds, a former businesswoman, accused Donald Trump of sexually assaulting her in the early 1980s. Leeds claimed that she was seated next to Trump on a flight from New York to Palm Beach, Florida, when he made unwanted advances toward her. According to Leeds, Trump began by initiating a conversation, but then he reportedly began touching her inappropriately, groping her breasts and trying to put his hand up her skirt without her consent. Leeds said she was shocked by Trump's behavior and managed to get up and move to a different seat. At the time, she said she did not immediately speak out about the incident, but decided to come forward in 2016 when other women began making similar allegations, particularly following the release of the Access Hollywood tape, where Trump bragged about grabbing women without consent. Leeds described the encounter as humiliating and stated that she had never forgotten it. She spoke publicly about her experience during the 2016 presidential election as part of a broader group of women accusing Trump of sexual misconduct. Trump denied the allegations, calling Leeds's claims totally false and accusing her of fabricating the story to harm his candidacy. His campaign labeled the accusations part of a coordinated smear effort against him, which was a defense he used for many of the allegations made against him. Jessica Leeds' accusations have not resulted in any legal action against Trump, and no formal investigations have been launched regarding her claims. However, her allegation remains part of the larger body of accusations of sexual misconduct that Trump faced during his campaign and presidency. Leeds has continued to speak publicly about her experience, emphasizing the importance of believing women and holding powerful individuals accountable for their actions. While no legal repercussions have followed Leeds' accusations, her story has been one of many that shed light on the broader issue of sexual harassment, particularly in the context of the Trump campaign and his public persona. In 2020, Leeds continued to advocate for women's rights and justice, using her platform to encourage people to take allegations of sexual misconduct seriously. Despite the lack of formal legal consequences, Leeds's allegation remains a significant part of the ongoing discourse around Trump's behavior and the impact of his alleged actions on women. And that's a wrap for part 1 of our deep dive into Donald Trump's alleged scandals. We've covered some of the most talked about accusations, but remember there's much more to come in part 2. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with friends, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback is important to us, and we'd love to hear your perspective on these scandals. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss Part 2, where we'll continue exploring the rest of the allegations. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.